Hey guys, it's December 1st and today is Angel of Love Day. I'm starting a stitch along with Emily and a couple of other people, I'm sure, to do Angel of Love by Lavender and Lace. And today is the first day. So picked my fabric, I have mostly everything ready. I didn't do any fray check on my fabric. I probably should have, but I didn't because I just want to start. And I totally highlighted all the beads in this pattern. I'm going to try to do the beading last. It's totally possible. It's completely and totally possible. And that is the way I would prefer to do it. So that's what I'm going to try to do. So, day one, Angel of Love. Yay! Hey guys, it's December 2nd. I just finished like a core workout and it was no joke. So I'm super tired right now, but so I started Angel of Love yesterday and it has been going really well. I'm going to stitch on it again today and let me show you what I did. So this is Angel of Love and this tiny little bit is what I did yesterday. Can you even see it? So I'm doing the beading last, I think, and I think it's going to work because all of the beads are very geometrically arranged, so you can see they're all in like square shapes or really obviously like blocked off sections. So I think it should be pretty easy counting instead of just like a random pattern of beads. So this is what I've done so far. The colors are really interesting, these like cool blues and then this bright orange krennic. I hate this blending filament. I've never used it before. Actually, let me grab it. So it's this blending filament from Krennic. Oh, yeah, the high luster. I've never used it before, and I just really dislike it. It's a blend, obviously, this color and a DMC cotton, and it just was really tough to work with. So that is the one small, like, stain on the otherwise bright spot of my Angel of Love experience. Hey guys, it's December 3rd. It's me and Dexter back there. He is so sleepy right now. He didn't even come and see me when I got home. Usually he like slinks downstairs even if he's still sleepy. Not today. He is just zonked right out over there. I did very little stitching yesterday on Angel of Love. I had that thing happen where I just kept watching videos and like checking BuzzFeed and I just totally fell down a rabbit hole and didn't stitch that much, but I really want to get back on it because I'm really liking Angel of Love, and contrary to popular belief, I think it's totally doable to do the stitching first and the beads last. Like I said yesterday, everything is really like geometrically interesting and it makes it easier for my brain to like identify where beads are. That doesn't make any sense. What else? I got a package today from 123 Stitch with my ornaments that I wanted to stitch for my mom. Haven't opened that up yet. And that's it? Oh, oh, look who's awake. Look who's up and awake. Oh, no, just gonna curl up because I'm being too loud. I got my hair cut yesterday. You can't tell because I look the same as I look every day in these videos. But I don't put a lot of product in my hair, and my hairdresser puts a shit ton of product in my hair, and it feels disgusting today. Like, yesterday it was all done, right? And so it looked fine, and then I don't wash my hair every day, so I went to bed last night and didn't wash it, and woke up this morning and put it back and didn't wash it, and it feels horrific. Like, it just has like a full bottle of I don't know what in it, but nope, not for me. Hey guys, it's December 4th. I'm going to stitch again on Angel of Love today. And then Sarah just threw down a challenge gauntlet for the weekend on our stitch along. So I think my weekend is going to be all Hardcore StitchCorps, which is good. I really would like to get back to that. Angel of Love is just so like big and all encompassing that it's easy to just get like sucked into it. But conversely, I have not done a lot of stitching on it. Yesterday I sat down and I don't know if it's overwhelming or it's just the state of mind I'm in this week, but every day I'm like, man, I'm gonna get some good time in on that today, and then I just don't. Then I have to go to bed and I'm like, oh yeah, I was gonna do that. So today, it's a little earlier today. I've had like appointments and stuff the last couple days and haven't really sat down until like 3:30 or 4. It's 1:18 right now. So I should be able to work like a good solid couple hours on it. What's stopping me? I'm drinking not iced tea. This is like, it just looks like water, but it's one of those squirty flavorings because the store didn't have my iced tea. It's tangerine grapefruit and it's pretty good. Normally they're too sweet for me, but this one is good, and I even only have like 2 squirts in this whole thing, and so it's essentially just like water that's a little flavored, which I like more than I thought I would. So I'm drinking that left over from today. And I have up here, I had this craving for candy the other day, and so I went to Bulk Barn and I bought what's the easiest way to show you these? I have them in a little dish, like these thingies. Do you remember these from those little crank candy machines? I don't know what they're called, but I saw them in Bulk Barn and I bought some of them. They're like the tangy ones. Candy, hard candy, always the best thing to eat while you're stitching because no gunk gets on your hands and you don't spill anything. Pro tip. So this is what I have on Angel of Love. Again, it kind of looks like nothing. I've hit the right hand side of the skirt. So this is the center. The center of the pattern is closer to where she's the smallest. So like her waist is small and then her skirt gets kind of progressively bigger. So this is kind of the start of her cloak. So I think I'm just gonna kind of work down and back and forth maybe. I don't know. The thing about this is all of the pieces are so structured that I've been trying to go block by block, like 10 by 10, to make sure that I put all the stitches in and then I'm just leaving what will be beads. But it's also really easy to kind of just like follow the actual pattern in the skirt and then kind of forget where you are. But yeah, these colors again are amazing. The fabric I chose for mine is a 28 count Monaco even weave. It's one of those ones that comes in, I think I got mine from Joann's. I ordered a lot of this earlier in the year. It's a 20 by 24 inch piece, and I didn't cut it at all. This is a 20 by 24 inch piece, and it just comes rolled up in like a tube. I bought a lot of this fabric earlier this year, like 6 or 8 tubes of this color, which is the tea dyed, and also a couple of like the off-white. I love this fabric. I don't know if you can see up close. It's like the opposite of linen. It is so tightly wound that you can't even really see, like, you know how linen can sometimes look kind of gapey, which is part of the effect of linen, like very natural. This is so evenly woven and it's so tight that like you can't even really see the fabric behind the stitches. So it's kind of my ideal fabric because I tend to struggle with the like gapiness and the unevenness of linen. So if you're looking for something that's really tightly woven like this is so, it's like you can't even, I'm pulling it apart right now and you still can hardly see any of the holes. So anyways, I love this fabric. This is one of my favorite even weaves. I tend to like ones like this that are really, everything's really tight, close together. And this is, like I said, Monaco. I just found the little tag thing. So this is the DMC, the Charles Craft Monaco. Even weave 28 count. That is what I'm using for Angel of Love. Partially because, like I said, I love this fabric. It's a great neutral color. All the colors of the pattern are going to pop off of it really nicely. It's a very me choice, very neutral, very boring. But also, as I just said, I have a lot of this in my stash already. Hey guys, it's December 5th, and I'm going to try and keep this short because I am exhausted, she said, before talking for like 9 minutes probably. No. I just got home from work. I'm going to do a little bit of stitching on the HardcoreStitchCorps book spines piece. And I'm waiting for my mom to get home so we can do our workout for the day. I'm drinking my shake. First shake appearance, I think. It looks gross because I didn't blend it enough, but it's okay. The vanilla is like just all right. I have to mix a lot of stuff in with the vanilla to get it to taste like not, you know, like powdery. Or that's not the right word. Never mind. It has a taste is what I'm saying. I like the chocolate one way more. but today is a vanilla day, and I think that's it. I will show you my book spines. So this is the book spines piece. It's still on my Q-snap here, and I've just started doing the outlining of the second book. Hey guys, it's December 7th. I just did my workout, which is why I look super crazy in the hair area and probably the face area. I worked yesterday on the book spines piece from HardcoreStitchCorps. I think I'm going to go back to it today just because I'm close to finishing a book and I want to like put that in before I leave it for a little bit. And then I might go back to Angel of Love. I have been really into that lately, but I should start on the ornaments, the Mill Hill ornaments that I got from 123 Stitch for my mom, because I'm still waiting on the sled ornaments to come in, and I probably shouldn't leave everything till like the last second when I could be doing some of it now, is the adult decision to make there. But let me show you the book spines piece. So these are the book spines. Sorry, this color is a little bit hard to see. It's a very light pink. And I just have to finish up, ooh, maybe my light's too bright. Just that top bit and then the outline, and then I can leave that one for a little bit. And I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, you saw this, but Sarah and I, who I'm doing this stitch along with, we did a little challenge over the weekend to see how much thread we could use. No, that's not right. To see who could use the most thread in 2 days. And she won. She kicked my butt. But I did not realize how much thread these things take. I was thinking like, you know, how much thread can I use in 2 days? I did this entire book, including the outline. And here was my final tally. Almost 28 feet of thread. That's how much that is. That's crazy. Hey guys, it's December 8th today, and I'm going to finish up that book spine that whoa, not even in the frame. I'm going to finish up that book spine that I wanted to get done yesterday and didn't quite, and then I think I'm going to work on Angel of Love for a little bit. My neck is super sore, and I don't know, like it felt fine when I woke up. You know, sometimes you sleep funny on it. It felt fine when I woke up, and I went and had an appointment today, and it felt fine, and then somewhere in between, like, driving home and now I did something to it and it is killing me. Anyways, so I might actually like have a bath or something and try and like stretch it out and relax it, but I wanted to film this little intro while I still look nice. Vanity. Hashtag vanity. Hey guys, it's December 9th and I have decided that today is do nothing day. It's my last day off today until next Friday. And there are things I could be doing today, but Dexter and I are not gonna do any of them. I have no makeup on, I'm not putting any makeup on, I didn't wash my hair, I'm not leaving the house. I am just going to plant myself and enjoy this last day off and do some stitching. So I finished the third book in the book spines piece that I wanted to finish yesterday, and I moved on to Angel of Love. And I am still really enjoying it. I should maybe start one of those ornaments from Mill Hill, but yeah, no. Do nothing day. Completely predictable, enjoyable day. I can worry about that next week. Let me show you where I am on Angel of Love. So this is my progress on Angel of Love. I've just been kind of going back and forth each square and each 10 by 10 square and just filling in all of the stitches. And then on the pattern, I have the beads highlighted. So every time I finish a 10 by 10 square, I just put a pencil X through it. And then I think when I'm done the stitching, I'll just erase all of that on the pattern and then just have the highlighting left. So this is still looking really pretty and interesting color combination wise. I also really like these like weird patterns that you get where there aren't any beads yet. And I finally fray checked my edges. I started this piece without doing any fray check because I thought it was a big enough piece that it wouldn't matter, but it frayed a lot. So yesterday I just went through and like cut off all of the bits that were fraying and just gave it a healthy coat of fray check on the edges. That's always what I've used. I just think it does a pretty good enough job of those are my pajama pants, by the way, of kind kind of just putting a little bit of a hard edge on the edge of your fabric, just so that it's enough to keep it from fraying quite as much. I only use fray check. I don't tape anymore or anything, and only on fabrics that really need it. So this one, like I said, was fraying quite a bit in like a lot of areas, so I just gave it a little bit of fray check. Hey guys, it's December 13th already. It's the middle of the month. And I look gross because I just did my workout. Sorry, but it was a really good one. I haven't been stitching very much. I got a second job, which has been taking up a lot of time. Not I was gonna say physical time, but that's not right. Not temporal time. I haven't had that many shifts, but I have been like thinking about it a lot and like freaking out about it, because you know when you start a new thing and it's freaky for a while. So yeah, I found that like I think I want to stitch and then I just don't. I worked a little bit on Angel of Love last night. I ran out of gold metallic. That is on the way. So I'm kind of trying to stitch around that. I should also start on one of those ornaments that I got. I might do that tonight, actually. Sometimes it's harder to just stitch around stuff, like in the case of the gold metallic. So, is that it? That might be it. Let me show you Angel of Love. So this is what I have for Angel of Love so far. I have made a tiny change. This darkest brown here was originally one strand of DMC and one strand of a blending filament, but I hated that blending filament and I just was dreading stitching with it. So instead of the blend, I just replaced both those strands with 2 strands of 838 from DMC, which is like this chocolatey brown. This matched the blending filament. The DMC blend that went with it originally was like a lighter brown, but I just didn't think I was going to be missing a lot of depth if I just replaced that, considering that this is full of metallic and will be full of beads. So I'm happy to make that change. Last night I took out all of that blending filament that I had in, which is this stuff, and then I put in the 838 instead in the deeper color, and I'm pretty happy with that. Hey guys, it's December 14th today. Just did my workout. And I'm going to work on this little Mill Hill kit today. This is the Warm and Woolly mitten. So let me show you what I've done so far. So this is what I've done so far on the mitten, and as I think I discovered last year, I actually really like working on perforated paper. I don't mind it at all. Hey guys, it's December 19th today. I have not been vlogging, and I also have not really been stitching. So I mentioned that I got a second job, and this was like the first week that it was really intense hours-wise. So I worked 60 hours this week, and I feel pretty good about it. Like I like this new job. I don't think I can maintain 60-hour-a-week work schedule plus getting up so early, but hopefully this is just like a Christmas rush thing. So anyways, the point of that is that I haven't been doing anything. I've just been like, I've been keeping up with my workouts, which I'm really proud of, but I haven't really been stitching at all. I did finish one of those ornaments I talked about in my December video that I just posted. I started a second one. I really want to get those done for tomorrow. Tomorrow's the day I'm wrapping all my Christmas presents, and I would like to wrap those too, so we will just see how that goes. I'm home from work now. I have tomorrow off. It's my first day off in like 11 days, so I'm gonna try and like get up early and really make the most of it. Also, I just hit 2,500 subscribers, which is something that I was kind of hoping would happen before the end of the year, but I had also like convinced myself that there was no way that it was gonna happen before the end of the year. And then it happened, and that is really, like, I don't even know, humbling? Is that what people normally say? I don't even know what kind of a feeling to assign to that. Thank you very much. The thought that that many people enjoy watching me talk to myself is either very strange and gives me like low-level anxiety, or it's very rewarding because I talk to myself all the time, so I'm glad that it entertains you. So this is the ornament that I finished. It's the one with the little reindeer heads. I just put it back in its little bag here. It didn't quite do it right. That whole top bit, I totally did that wrong. I read the instructions like 5 times and I still did it wrong. So I just ended up like cutting it out and whip stitching it onto the top of the mitten. You're supposed to whip stitch around the whole thing, but I didn't do that because I thought it would take too much time. Although it would make it look nicer, but I didn't do that for any of the other ones. So I think that's okay. I think that's okay. And then I started, just a second. Okay, more prepared now. So I started this one, Noel Heart. And I have this, not finished that. These are like the little add-on bits. And then this is like the main mitten. So I'm hoping to finish that up tonight. I still have a third one to do, the cat one. I would really like to do that tonight too, but I don't know, it's 7:45. I guess it depends how late I want to stay up tonight. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh man, I love that Harry Potter. At the end of every movie, well, it might just be the first one, but it's like, Slytherin wins, and Slytherin clap, and then it's like, but because of friendship, Harry Potter gets 1,000 points.
See, yeah. Those movies.
Because Ron played that giant game of chess.
Those movies get better.
They definitely get better.
That first one is no good.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so it is considerably later. It is 11:25. I have finished the Noel Heart. And you see these 4 little bugle beads, the blue ones in that top piece. You need 4. 4 in this pattern. Let me just show you how many they give you in this kit. Does this not seem egregious to anyone else? Like, you could comfortably drop 20 of these, like, into your couch cushion and still be able to make this ornament. Hey guys, it's December 20th and it's my day off and it is present wrapping day, which is not at all stitching related except those stitching things that I'm wrapping, but I'm not even wrapping them because I'm not done all of them yet. But I'm vlogging it anyway. These are the presents to be wrapped, Dad and Mom. The cat is nowhere to be found so far, but I'm sure that he will be in here just getting all into everything. And here we go. So I do this thing where instead of actually using boxes to wrap my presents, I just go to Dollarama or Dollar Tree and buy a bunch of like tins and put everything in that. It works well because they look cute and they're inexpensive, and my mom really likes this stuff, so she ends up keeping a lot of it. So this year I got a whole bunch of like boxes. They're all different, and I probably won't use all of them. I'm sure I won't, but they can just live upstairs in the hall closet because, like I said, my mom really enjoys this stuff. These are the little tins I got. These were $1.25 each, and I think they're adorable. Merry and Bright, reindeer and squirrel. My personal favorite is this one. Wishing you a warm nose and toasty toes. Like, how precious is that? These are hinged too. Like, these have hinged lids. See? Those are nice, right? And then I also found these adorable tiny little mailboxes. They have the little mailbox thing. And they even open like a little mailbox does. Adorable and lazy, but there you have it. This is our collection of boxes that we have been saving for Christmas presents. You know, just do other people do that? This is going to be really interesting. Oh, behind that, I meant to do a video on like the cross stitch and the embroidery and needlework that's in my home. That's not done by me, but done by like members of my family. This is one of them. That's actually what I should do for a video. This is, we've always just called her the Svenska flicka, which means the Swedish girl or Swedish lady. This was done by my grandma. I will show that in a video. That's a good idea, McKenzie. Remember that thing. In the corner, this is all of our like wrapping paper and bows that we keep. And then this monster box is full of like bags and tags and ribbon Do other people do this? Are we just like holiday crazy people? Although my mom and I really do both enjoy like wrapping things, having things look nice, tissue paper. So all of these supplies live in our office, like up in the top of the closet. And then we have to lug them down every year in order to do like the tiniest amount of wrapping, but whatever. Something we enjoy. So I've mentioned that my mom really likes decorating for Christmas. So one of the things I got her this year were these 2 8x10 prints from Etsy. This one says, "Have a holly jolly Christmas." And this one says, "It's the most wonderful time of the year." They're very vintage looking and I think they're really cute. But look at how they came. This is like pure Etsy right here. So they came in a flat thing. Don't look at my address. and then it came with a coupon code. Like a beautifully assembled package. And then this little thank you, special delivery. And then you open it up and it has her card. This is from Fancy That Design House. I'll link that down below. And then a little handwritten thing. Thank you, McKenzie. I hope you enjoy your new prints. And she spelled my name right, and I just love this. I love everything about this. It's like maximum Etsy. He has arrived. Hey guys, it is Christmas Eve today. I worked both jobs today. And now it is 8:13 p.m. and I have to finish this last ornament. I have the other 2 made. This is the last one, and when I was wrapping my presents, I set a box aside with some tissue paper in it and the label, the tag and everything, so it's all ready. I just have to finish it tonight. So I am going to finish that now, and then I will see you on the other side when they are done. Hey guys, it's December 26th. It's Boxing Day. Christmas is over. It always feels kind of ridiculous on Boxing Day every year when like there's so much buildup and so much fuss and like stress and craziness about Christmas, and then it's just done. Yeah, I hope you had a good Christmas. I had a pretty good Christmas. I have not been stitching and I have not been vlogging. I'm gonna stitch a little bit today though on that book spines piece, I think, because it's really easy and I haven't stitched in a few days and I can't really figure out what I want to work on. So I think I'm gonna pick that one because it's just the easiest and then we'll see. I just finished reading the book Furiously Happy by Jenny Lawson, and it was really great. I identified with a lot of it and it made me feel like less of a weirdo about a lot of stuff too. So if you have any mental health issues or struggles, or you have anxiety or depression, or you have had those things, or you've been suicidal, or you have, you know, OCD, or just anything. If you're just a worrier or you know someone who has these issues, you should read that book. Also, it was really, really funny. So I have the next 3 days, no, this day plus the next 2 days where I just work my one job, which now feels like a holiday, which is kind of the bonus of working 2 jobs. And then I have 1 day, I think maybe of overlap with 2 jobs, both jobs. And then I have a few days off at my like main job over New Year's. So hopefully this week will be less stressful than the last couple weeks have been. Although I guess what I mean, they haven't really been stressful. I've been doing really well. Like I haven't been tired, or I haven't been headachy, or the things that usually happen when like I feel like I'm not taking care of myself. So that's been going really well. I just have had 0 time for myself. So if I work my normal 4 to 11:30 shift and then I get home from work and I usually just have lunch and do my workout and change, and then I go to the other job for usually like 2 o'clock. So I do have some time, but it doesn't feel like a lot of time. I have to leave the house at like 1:30. So I just don't stitch, and then I work from 2 to 6 at the other job, and then sometimes I'm not out of there until like closer to 7. And then by the time I get home, it's like 7. And then I have to kind of just get in the bathtub because I usually try to be in bed by 8 o'clock if I'm getting up for the 4 a.m. shift. Or I've had some shifts. This isn't interesting, but I'm going to keep talking about it anyways. I've had some shifts where I start at my main job at 6 and work 6 to 1. Those were just Christmassy ones, though. I don't think that'll be a thing. But then I go to my other job for 2 and I can't go home at all. So, yeah, I just feel like I haven't had a lot of time to, like, sit and just, like, watch whatever I want to watch and stitch at all. So I have not been doing anything. Now that I have these couple days, I really do want to catch up on some stuff. I got some, like, movies and TV shows for Christmas, and I'd like to watch some of those commentaries. And there are a million TV shows that I want to watch that I haven't yet. So I'm going to try not to put too much pressure on myself over the next couple of days to stitch if I don't want to. I'm just going to try and enjoy them because the last couple weeks have been so jam-packed. So, like I said, I'm going to start working now on that book spines piece. It's the one that's in the Q-snap. I haven't moved the Q-snap yet, and I have kept it on this entire time, which has been like a goodly amount of time. So let me show you what I have done. So this is the book spines piece in the Q-snap. I just did a little bit of stitching last night and just left my needle and thread in there, as I tend to do. This is the second last book from this edge, so I just have one more book that I should be able to fit in here, and then I'll deal with moving the frame. I am kind of freaking out about having to put it over these stitches, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it. Hey guys, it's December 28th today, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do a whole lot of stitching today, but I feel like I've been so pathetically lax on vlogging this month that I'm going to tell you a couple of other things that I'm going to do today. I'm going to do the big crossword that comes in the paper at the end of the year. And I'm going to make some comfort food. And for me, that is fajitas. And I don't do like traditional fajita stir fry style anymore. There's a website that I really love called budgetbytes.com. I'll link it down below. I get like 90% of my recipes from there. I bought her book. It's budget conscious recipes, so everything is like priced out per meal and everything's usually freezable and stuff like that, but they're just really simple to me. And she has a recipe for oven fajitas, which is you just cut up all your like meat and vegetables, and hers is really heavy on the vegetables too to keep it affordable. And you just put it all in like a casserole dish, and then you add your seasoning and your olive oil, and you just roast it for like half an hour, and then it's done. And it's amazing. And that's what I'm gonna make tonight for tonight's supper, and then hopefully some lunches this week. My parents are in Minot right now, shopping. I would have loved to go with them, but I didn't really know about it until it was too late for me to book anything off of work. And so I have the kitchen to myself, and I'm gonna make some fajitas. I might get to stitch a little bit on the book spines today. It depends how that crossword goes, because that is kind of what my brain wants to do more today. And I was hoping to, now that my parents are gone, I can like use the televisions. My dad always uses the downstairs TV, and my mom uses the like TV in the den. And in my room I have a TV, but it's like a tiny little like 10-inch television that I've had for the last decade. And then there's just the computer, which is why I'm always on the computer and why I always film up there in that office. But now that they're gone, I might hijack the Netflix account, and I really want to watch that Making a Murderer series. It's supposed to be really great. Dexter! Knock it off. It's supposed to be really great. And sad and poignant and controversial and whatnot. So yeah, if I can take my stitching down there and not get too distracted, then I will do that. Hey guys, it's December 29th today. I have taken over the den, and I'm gonna watch some Netflix and stitch down here. I just edited my vlog footage together, and I always freak out that I'm not gonna have any footage, and then I remember that I have a lot of footage. So this is probably gonna be a shorter month, but like, Not anything at all like I was worried about. I don't know what I think. It's always going to be like 14 minutes long, and then I remember all the stuff that I did. Anyways, so I'm going to work on the book spines, and I'm going to relax on this couch with my comfy blanket, and I'm waiting for the cat to figure out that I'm down here because I'm never down here, and he loves being down here, like with my dad, so he's going to be pretty excited about it. Talk to you later. Hey guys, it's December 30th today. I am back up in the office as per usual. My parents are home. I am going to work some more on the book spines, I think, tonight, at least for a little bit. I have gotten all the way to like the furthest book in the line, and I put a lot of work in on it last night when I was watching Netflix. So I am going to keep going on that, and then I may decide to move the Q-snap, or I will just worry about that later and stitch on something else. Let me show you where I got. So this is where I am on the book spines. This is the last book on the furthest side. And I just started it last night. I filled in the rest of this one, and then I did this outline, and I'm just working on the filling pattern.